assume no changes in availability. We have a question.
Bembry is out.
He is not.
Yeah. Where is out?
Have to go with the same starting lineup.
Oh, gosh, I'm gonna have to beat that around a little bit, Greg. We'll see.
Is the Andre situation the back spasm like a day-to-day thing?
Yeah, I think so. I think he this morning was hopeful to play, and I just think it just feels a little bit what's the word I'm looking for? Laboring because of it or held back by it. So it's in some ways could be a wise decision just to make sure we try to get through it with a couple more days.
When you say a couple more days, then 2 days from now, are you expecting that also to be like a game time, or are you just going to wait till many afterwards?
No, I think it's day to day. So hopefully we'll be in the same position and wake up it's Friday, the Spurs game, and say I'm hopeful to play. And that time, hopefully he'll say, yeah, I'm ready. But if not, it would be again the next game. But it's not like he needs a week off. It's kind of like he's just that last little bit of comfort that he's facing.
At one point in the last game, you had Sharp out there with 4 guards, and I feel like that's just the best way for this team to play right now with the injury situation.
At times, I don't think we can lean too far in one direction for long periods. I think we have to find balance. But there are times when, you're going to put a bunch of shooters and ball handlers out there with a more athletic big or any big really, and try to speed up the game and take an advantage in that way. And other times, we had BG and LA on the court together. Maybe BG and Dayron for a short stint. Possibly, I can't remember. But so then we're leaning into a bigger lineup. But I don't think there's a lot of talk about us going too far to the extremes for long periods, just opportunistically.
They recently got Thomas Bryant back. He wasn't around your first match. What challenges?
Yeah, he plays really hard, high energy player. He can traditionally or historically he shoots the 3 pretty well and is able to block some shots. So, high activity guy that we have to account for and can space the floor for them.
Grady?
Coach, it seems like ages since you last faced the Wizards. What do you have to be cognizant of in this matchup today?
You look good in my seat, by the way.
I'm just keeping it warm.
You can take the reins whenever you want.
I don't want to answer the questions.
The Wiz, I think are going through kind of that first year, period where they have some great stretches of play where you see how it all works, and then they have other periods where they're probably suffering partly from injury and partly from kind of that cohesion and that inconsistency similar to us in a way. When we have 10 new guys, they got a lot of new guys, new pieces trying to put together. So you can see that on certain nights, there's clarity and cohesion and understanding, and they're a really good team. And then they struggle on other nights like we do when, you're facing a new experience or a new stretch and you haven't played your best basketball. Having said that, this is a very, very capable team. They've had some really great stretches, really great games this year, some big wins. And, we definitely respect what they can bring to the table.
Last one for you. When you're finishing the game in the fourth quarter and you have more of the youth out there on the floor, how does your communication differ when it comes to late game execution and what you need out of the guys, given the fact that there may be players out there with inexperience with James and Kyrie?
I mean, it's important to communicate, obviously, with everyone, but even more so with the young guys. I think, that's a part of our journey is that you have to give them room to experience these things. And that comes with making mistakes that maybe they won't make later on in the year or in their career. So there is a balance to be made there by trying to put them in a position to succeed, but at the same time, accepting you can't fix everything and there's no cheating experience. So they need to go through these things and see them. And, overall, really proud of the way the young guys have played and how they've contributed, how they've tried to fit. And and done their jobs and their roles, fairly well. So it's great. It's exciting to have that kind of young blood in the lineup and to try to help them move forward. They're definitely, I think, adding to the team, but there has to be room for those guys to gain the experience, and that's not always going to be a 10 out of 10 performance. You have to give them that space to grow and learn. And I think that those guys are doing a really good job.
Coach, Kevin is such a unique and at times dominant player that I envision a lot of what you do changes now that he's not on the floor with you. I guess my question is, how much, so you guys are facing quite some time without him, how much of what you guys are going to build in this time without him will still be, I guess, applicable when he returns to the lineup?
Yeah, I think everything is applicable. We just miss, the presence, size, length, athleticism defensively, and we miss the leading scorer in the NBA offensively. But I don't think we're going to change a ton of what we do. We just can't go to him on certain sets. But I don't think we want to evolve, we want to grow, we want to push this thing forward. But I don't think that the division or direction while he's out is going to be to throw everything out and start all over. We want to play within the framework that we've already set. We want to keep pushing hard for growth. And being, self-critical and analyzing our play daily so that we can make those improvements. But, when he comes back, hopefully we've moved this thing forward and it's in a better position and he jumps back in and we're able to do things at a higher level with him at both ends of the floor.
John Marks.
You're on mute, John.
Okay. Steve, I apologize to the rest of the guys. I'm in Philadelphia. Your first All-Star game was there. What do you remember about that? What did it mean to you being the first Canadian to play in an All-Star game and just all the things around that?
Yeah, I don't remember a lot about the game, but I do remember it being an incredible feeling to make your first All-Star game. It was quite a few years ago. So forgive me for not having too many recollections, but I do remember what an amazing feeling it was to become an all-star, having been a kid with one scholarship offer and, scrapped my way into the draft and, kind of found a way to stick in the league. So to kind of keep climbing in that way, which was, the goal and the dream from the beginning, and to be rewarded with my first All-Star game was sweet. And I think justification for all the sacrifices and hard work I'd put in to try to continue to raise my level. As far as that experience, I remember it being, incredible, but I don't remember a ton of details.
That was the game where Kobe was the hometown kid and he got booed while he was winning the MVP. What was that like for the guys on the bench? Did you ever get to talk to Kobe about that later? And just how much did that surprise you?
I didn't remember that. But it doesn't surprise me. I'm sure there's a part of Kobe that really enjoyed that and got his revenge with the MVP. So, another incredible story about a young Kobe Bryant.
You never spoke to him about it afterwards, like later in your career?
No.
Okay, thanks a lot. Sorry for the other guys.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, thanks, guys.